with another video. Just gonna be me. This time we're doing a quick reaction video on Story Anime because I just like the videos. I got very bored. My sister's gone right now. And my friend Jace. Well, I'm just tired, so I'm just doing a video on my own really right now. And hit the subscribe button, put a like, put a comment below. Share this to all your friends, tell them person or not, don't care. Keep watching our videos, head to Jace's videos. His is called Elemental Giants. We're the Elemental Giants, but I'm pretty sure you know that. Then yeah, we're just gonna get straight to a Story Anime video. I forgot the title, so yeah, just figure it out. I'm so tired, so, but you don't know why. You just need to know.
One day, my oldest brother Derek was walking me and my twin brother Ryan home from kindergarten when a masked man leaned out of the car and grabbed me as he drove by. I screamed at the top of my lungs, and before I knew it, the police were following us and it was a high-speed chase. The masked man accidentally slid off the road and crashed the car into a tree. The last thing I remember before being reunited with my brothers was seeing him knocked out with his mask off. He was staring at me angrily. Hi, my name is Maggie, and I'm about to tell you why I can't watch Pirates of the Caribbean. I found out about my problem straight away at the hospital. Dad said, "Baby, are you okay?" The nurses looked shocked as I screamed at the top of my lungs. Monster! They thought I was traumatized, but the psychologist had another diagnosis. Turns out I had something called pogonophobia. It means a fear of
Search this
bears.
up, because I'm not
I
sure
know
what
it
this
sounds
is.
stupid and funny, but I promise it's a real disease that nearly ruined my life. I couldn't even look at someone with a stubble without throwing a fit. I mean, I broke the TV during an episode of SpongeBob because a character with a beard scared me. Even normal things like shopping were a nightmare. My parents took me to a grocery store once, and I got so scared by a cereal box with a bearded man on it, I knocked over the whole display and made a huge mess. It was a lot of stress for my
serial
parents.
killer.
In fact, I overheard them talking to my brothers about me one day. Mom said, "She's crazy." Dad said, "I know. We need to send her somewhere else. I can't handle her anymore." I burst in on the family meeting, crying hysterically, and my parents looked at
How
me.
old is she again?
They said that I could come back when I was fixed. That's when my second brother Joe came in. Family sticks together. Either you keep Maggie or you lose all of us. Derek and Ryan stood by his side, and my parents shot each other an awkward look. And then they packed their bags and just left. Since then,
The age is
Derek
very
and Joe
confusing.
kind of became our parents. They had tea parties with me, took care of all the chores, and most importantly, defended me because of my condition. Derek was dropping me and Ryan off on our first day of school when I saw my bearded teacher and had a meltdown. Ryan said, "Didn't you get the memo about BEARDS?" My teacher replied, "Wait, that was serious? I don't have time for this." Derek said, "Oh, we are very serious when it comes to our beautiful sister." He handed the teacher a razor and told him he would watch the class while he did his job. Derek was kind of intimidating, so the annoyed teacher turned white and ran to the bathroom to shave. I have to say, I'm pretty lucky to have the brothers I have. Later that year, when Ryan and I went to the school's Christmas party, I cried when I saw the Santa banners everywhere. I hid under a desk and covered my eyes. Everyone in class laughed at me, except Ryan. Ryan said, "You can open your eyes now." I said, "I can't."
Darn ads.
To help start our big days, we fill up with mini-wheats. Whether it's prepping for Grandma's birthday or the first game of the playoffs, mini-wheats fills us up.
Made with 100% whole grain and very high in fiber. It's
Oh,
good
shit.
food for 8 days.
Skip it, guys, like last
"I
second.
can't, I'm scared," he said. Trust me, when I looked around, I saw that he'd cut the beers off of all the Santa decorations. I was so happy, but everyone thought I was weird because of my fits. I didn't need friends, though. I had my older brothers and Ryan. They were more than enough for
Nice.
me. One day, though, I found out I wasn't enough anymore. It was our last week of middle school, and Ryan decided to go on an overnight trip. I said,
She's
"We
supposed to
never
go
go on
on
overnight
that.
trips." He said, "Well, maybe we can start. Don't you want to make friends?" I said, "No, we don't want anyone else." It turned out I didn't want anyone else. Ryan tried so hard to convince me to go, but I refused. Finally, he said he didn't want to miss out on things because of me. He tried to assure that nothing was changing between us. He said, "I'll just be gone a week. You won't even notice I'm gone." I have news for you. When we're in middle school, things change overnight. The next week, Ryan came back from the trip with a little bit of stubble. My other brothers shot him daggers as I started to sob in the corner. I asked, "Oh, what's that on your face?" He said, "I thought I'd try something new." Without even asking me, I ran upstairs and locked myself in the bathroom. Ryan came to the door and tried to explain that he wasn't trying to hurt my feelings. but this girl he had a huge crush on said she loved facial hair. I hadn't had an incident in so long, he thought I'd grown out of it. I didn't want to mess up his chances with this crush, so I agreed to try it out. My brothers were so proud I was doing well. They thought I was cured. In reality, I was purposely looking away all the time, and it was eating me up inside. One time, I was trying so hard not to look at Ryan that I fell down the stairs. See, as time passed and his stubble grew into a real beard, it was getting harder and harder to deal with my feelings. The day Ryan told me that he and his crush were finally going out, I broke down and begged him to shave it. He said, but she really likes my beard. I said, you're already dating. He asked, what if she doesn't find me attractive anymore? I asked, is that more important than your own twin sister? After a day of guilt tripping and a little convincing from Joe and Derek, Ryan walked into my room the next day, beard free. I ran up and hugged him. I was so happy. The next day, Ryan seemed really upset, but wouldn't say why. Joe decided to take us out to the new pizza place to try to cheer him up. Ryan asked,
What's it called,
can I
Little
even
Suze?
handle going there? I said, sure I can. I tried with all my might to stay calm. Even when the restaurant was filled with bearded people, I could only do so much though. Then the waiter showed up and said, large pepperoni pizza for table 8. I screamed and knocked the pizza out of the bearded waiter's hands and splattered sauce all over Joe and Ryan. Ryan said, I told you this was a bad idea. I said, I'm really, really sorry. I just wanted to cheer you up. He said, do you even know why I'm upset? It turned out that his girlfriend had broken up with him the night before. When she heard he shaved his beard for me, she got mad that he did whatever his sister asked. He told me that I'd ruined everything. He wished I was normal. As he left, I started to cry. I wish I was normal too. Joe tried to tell me that it was okay. Ryan would get over it. He was just sensitive because of the breakup. Joe said, it'll all be better in the morning. It wasn't. Ryan ignored me at school the next day. I nearly cried when I went to sit next to him and he told me the seat was taken. I ate lunch alone for a couple of days till this really cute guy sat down next to me with 2 cookies, handing me one. He said,
So you
"These
want the
girls like you shouldn't
potato
stay
or
alone."
patty?
Hi, my name's Matthew. A boy sitting next to me was sure to catch Ryan's attention. He was angry the whole time before coming up to us. Ryan said, is this guy bothering you, sis? I said, oh, now you're talking to me? I was just upset. I'm sorry. Don't worry. Nothing could ever come between us. He was looking right at Matthew when he said that. He then sat down next to Matthew, took out his notebook, and started firing questions at him. Ryan said, are you serious about my sister? Have you ever had a beard? How often do you shave? Matthew turned red and nearly fell out of his chair, saying we just met. I was ready to kill Ryan when we were all saved by the bell. Later after school, I caught up with Matthew and said I was sorry for Ryan's behavior. Matthew said, don't worry. I get it. He's your brother. I am serious about asking you out though. I totally wasn't expecting that. And of course I said yes. I immediately texted my brothers asking if it was okay, and they surprisingly agreed to a movie date and said they would pick us up. The car ride was really uncomfortable. Joe was the driver, Derek was looking as scary as ever in the front, and Ryan sat between us in the back seat. I could have
Quick question. Oh, it's still zoomed in, isn't it? Sorry, that's my hand. See? My hand. What just happened? I don't understand. Also, one question. Why, when she's talking on her own, she has curly hair? But when it's happening, she has, what's it called? Straight hair. It makes no sense. Just pointing out weird, pure weirdness. This is blurry, isn't it?
wait to get to the date when the biggest surprise ever happened. Why are we parking at the house? Derek turned to me and said, for your date, of course, silly. Poor Matthew had no idea what kind of date he was in for. I walked into the lounge with popcorn to see Derek grilling Matthew. You'd think he was a murder suspect being questioned by the police. Are you planning to grow a beard? What does your beard mean to you? Do you consider it a sign of your manhood? If you were with Maggie and a bearded man came over, what would you do? You have only 3 attempts to answer that. Go. I said, oh my God, leave him alone, Joe. Matthew, let's pick a movie. Just then, Ryan walked in and said, yeah, what are we watching? My brothers decided we were all watching a movie. Matthew wanted to watch a romantic movie, but Derek picked Frozen. I said, guys, we aren't 5. Can we watch something less lame? Ryan said, what are you talking about? It's epic. You know, when Anna and Elsa reunite. Aww. Then Joe said to Matthew, hey, can you make some room? Derek said, yeah, just a little more to the left. Just like that, Matthew and I were sitting at opposite ends of the couch with all 3 of my brothers between us. At the end of our date, if you could even call it that, Joe drove Matthew home alone. I was so mad. They tried to